Good morning, friends. In this video, we will be doing sum number 11 of reconstruction of partnership, which is given on page number 140. Here the sum is Manju, Prabha and Meena are partners of partnership firm. Their profit and loss sharing ratio is 5:3:2. They want to change their profit and loss sharing ratio to 3:2:1. Therefore, they decided to revalue the assets and liability of the firm. From the following information, prepare revaluation account and balance sheet after revaluation. So, as we know, we need to make revaluation account balance sheet after revaluation of assets and liability. Let us see what information is given to us. The information given to us is what? The balance sheet, Manju, Prabha and Meena's partnership firm's balance sheet as on 31/3/2017. Liability, asset, capital. In liability side, capital, current account, loan, creditors, bills payable. Asset side, land, building, machinery, furniture, investment, clothing stock, debtors, debtors reserve minus, and bills receivable, cash balance, and then few adjustments. So my friends, here we will have to consider the adjustments and we'll be doing the changes in assets and liability accordingly. First of all, what is the situation here? The condition is what? Earlier they were distributing profit and loss in the ratio of 5:3:2. Now they have decided to change it to 3:2:1. That means what? There is a change in profit and loss sharing ratio, and when there is any kind of changes in the partnership, then revaluation of assets and liabilities are done, which is already given in adjustments. See the first adjustment, value of land building is to be increased by 25%. See, the building given is rupees 1 lakh and we have to increase it by 25%. It is written the value of land and building is to be increased. That is what? It's a profit. Asset is increasing, no? So it is a profit. So whenever there is a profit, revaluation account is credited and that particular asset account is debited. So our entry will be land and building account debit to revaluation account. Here we don't need to pass journal entry. We just need to prepare revaluation account and balance sheet. So see how the effect will be done in revaluation account and balance sheet. There will be increase of 25%. 1 lakh, 25% of 1 lakh will be 25,000. Very simple. So it will be credited to revaluation account. It is land and building account rupees 25,000. What we have prepared? Revaluation account. We have prepared balance sheet after reconstruction, and we have prepared current account because in this sum current account is given. So land and building. By land and building at the revaluation account credit side 25,000 and balance sheet asset side land and building inner column 1 lakh plus increase 25,000, outer column 1 lakh 25,000. Let's have a look of second adjustment. Second adjustment says that the value of furniture is to be reduced by 10%. We have to reduce the value of furniture. Furniture is an asset and asset's value is to be reduced. That is a loss supposed to be debited to revaluation account. See how much furniture is given? 30,000 and it is to be reduced by 10%. Furniture is given 30,000, it is to be reduced by 10%. That is what? 10% of 30,000, 3,000. So we need to reduce the value of furniture by 3,000. So the effect will be at the debit side of revaluation account, and in balance sheet it is deducted from furniture. If we want to pass journal entry will be revaluation account debit to furniture account. Here we are not passing journal entry because it is not asked. See the effect in revaluation account, debit side revaluation account to furniture 3,000. First item, okay, furniture 3,000, and here in balance sheet furniture 30,000 minus reduced how much? 3,000, outer column 27,000. Okay, let's move to the next adjustment. Value of machinery. The value of machinery is to be kept 80%. Third adjustment, 80%. That means 20% we have to reduce the value of machinery. Again, machinery is an asset and we have to reduce the value by 20%. That means there is a loss of 20% of machine. right? So that will be a loss. That means it has to be debited to revaluation account. Let us see how much the machinery is given. Machinery is given to us for 50,000. Now 50,000 and 20% has to be reduced. 80% to be kept, that means 20% to be reduced. Okay, so 20%, or other way we can say 80% is to be kept. So 50,000 and 80% of that will be 40,000. That means we have to bring machinery from 50,000 to 40,000. If we have to bring machinery from 50,000 to 40,000, that means there is a reduction of 10,000 in machinery, and machinery is what? An asset. So reduction in machinery, that is reduction in asset, that is a loss supposed to be debited to the revaluation account. So here the effect is machinery account 10,000, and in balance sheet machinery 50,000 minus decrease 10,000, outer column 40,000. Let's have a look of next transaction. Next adjustment, actually the book value of closing stock is 5,000 more than its market value. Sorry friends, they want to tell us that the book value, that is the value which is given in balance sheet, is 5,000 more than market value. So we need to bring it to the market value. Closing stock is given 40,000. As we can see, the first item in current asset closing stock is given 40,000, and it is 5,000 more than its market value. That means 5,000 we need to reduce from it. So 5,000 we need to reduce from closing stock. Again, closing stock is a asset. It is asset. So reduction in asset supposed to be debited to revaluation account. So here the effect is in revaluation account. To stock 5,000, debit side of revaluation account. And in balance sheet under current asset, closing stock 40,000 minus reduction 5,000, outer column 35,000. Okay, let's have a look of another next adjustment. Next adjustment, that is adjustment number 5. Total amount of rupees 2,500 is to be kept for bad debts reserve on debtors. How much BDR is to be kept? Bad debts reserve 2,500. It is some BDR is already given to us in balance sheet. How much it is given? See the second item of current asset, debtors minus BDR, bad debts reserve 1,000. 1,000 is given, but we need to keep how much? 2,500. That means there is an increase in BDR by 1,500. In entries, journal entries, we have seen if there is increase in the provision, BDR is a provision. Okay, so if there is increase in a provision, then it will be a loss. So it will be debited to revaluation account. So revaluation account, the effect will be given like this. See here. Fourth item, 2 bad debts reserve 1,500. Why 1,500? Because we need to maintain it 2,500, and already 1,000 BDR we have in old balance sheet. So BDR is increased by rupees 1,500. That's why 1,500. Now by writing rupees 1,500 at the debit side of revaluation account, new BDR will be 2,500. So in balance sheet from debtors we will be deducting 2,500, not 1,000, neither 1,000 nor 1,500. will be deducting how much? 2,500, because new BDR is now 2,500. See here, debtors 25,000 minus BDR 2,500, outer column 22,500. Okay, next adjustment. Next adjustment, that is adjustment number 6. An amount of rupees 3,000 among the creditors is now not to be paid. Creditors we can see is given 40,000. Liability side, current liability, first item, creditors 40,000 it is given. Adjustment says rupees 3,000 among creditor is now not to be paid. Creditors not to be paid, that is a profit, right? And if there is any profit, creditors means some amount we had to pay to someone, now it is not needed to pay. That is what? It is a profit to us. And if it is a profit to us, what we have to do here? We will be crediting it to the revaluation account. So here the effect is creditors by creditors at the credit side of revaluation account, how much? 3,000. And what will be done in balance sheet? In balance sheet, creditors will be reduced by 3,000. So here the creditors are 40,000 minus not to be paid 3,000, outer column 37,000. Okay, let's move to the next adjustment. Next adjustment, that is the last one, seventh adjustment. Interest on bank loan of last 3 months is outstanding. See, we can see here the bank loan is given 30,000 and it is rate of interest is 12%, and adjustment says that interest on bank loan for last 3 months is outstanding. So we have to calculate interest for 3 months. Here the calculation is 30,000 is the amount of loan, and then 12% is the rate of interest, so 12 upon 100, and 3 month interest, so 3 upon 12, the amount comes to rupees 900. 900 will be the outstanding interest on loan. It is an expense, it is one kind of loss or expense which we need to introduce, which we need to incorporate in our books of account. So let us see. As it is a loss, it will be debited to revaluation account and it will be added to the loan at the liability side of balance sheet. Let us see. Here it is, two outstanding interest on bank loan rupees 900, where in revaluation account debit side, and in balance sheet bank loan 30,000 plus outstanding interest rupees 900, outer column 30,900. Okay. So here we have finished with all the adjustment. Now what we need to do? We need to find the things which are not considered, and accordingly we will record the things. Suppose let us see the asset side. Land and building, we have already made the changes and written in the balance sheet. Machinery, we have made the changes and written in balance sheet. Furniture, we have made the changes and written in balance sheet. Fourth item is investment. There was no adjustment on investment. That means investments are as it is. That is 50,000. So that amount only, that 50,000 only we will record at the asset side of balance sheet. Here it is investment 50,000. Asset side of balance sheet, investment how much? 50,000, because there is no change in investment. Then next item is closing stock. We have already written. Debtors we have already written after deducting BDR. Right. Now then comes bills receivable. So bills receivable 5,000 unchanged we will write at the asset side, and then after 40,000 for cash balance. These two items also will be written as it is. So here it is, bills receivable 5,000 and cash balance rupees 40,000. Let us come to the liability side. Liability side, capital. So capital is given as well as current account is given. The balance of current accounts are given, balance of capital is given. So that means what? This is a fixed capital account method. In a fixed capital account method, we normally don't need to prepare capital account. We prepare current account, and whatever changes are there are recorded in current account. So capital account will remain unchanged. So it will be directly copied to the balance sheet, new balance sheet after reconstruction. Capital is 1,50,000, 40,000 and 30,000. Total 2,20,000. Manju, Prabha and Meena. As it is, we will copy it down in our new balance sheet. Capital account Manju, Prabha, Meena 1,50,000, that is 40,000 and 30,000. Outer column 2,20,000. Okay. Next item, account. Here my friends, we will have to make current account, because if there is any profit or loss on revaluation, it will be recorded in current account. So current account we will be making, and as we are making current account, so the balance of current account will be written as a opening balance in that particular account. Current account, all three are having credit balance, all three are having balance which is given at the liability side. That means all are having credit balance, 10,000, 20,000 and 9,000 respectively. So in our current account we will write it like by balance brought down 10,000, 20,000 and 9,000. Here it is, current account by balance brought down 10,000, 20,000 and 9,000 by balance brought down. Okay. Next item is 12% bank loan. So we have already written bank loan after adding outstanding interest. The next item is creditor. We have already written creditors after deducting the amount which was not to be paid, rupees 3,000. So 37,000 creditors we have already written, and the last item is bills payable. So bills payable, there is no changes in bills payable, so it will be recorded as it is. So 10,000 we will be writing at the liability side of balance sheet as bills payable. Here it is, bills payable rupees 10,000. Okay friends, so here we have finished with all adjustment, and we have also closed the balance sheet, old balance sheet, and accordingly we have recorded the items. Now last step we have to do, that we have to close revaluation account, and whatever the result of revaluation account, if it is a credit balance, that means balance at the debit side. If it is credit balance, that is balance at the debit side, which is called profit on revaluation. And if it is debit balance, that is balance at the credit side, will be known as loss on revaluation. Whatever it is, if it is profit or loss, it will be transferred to the partner's current account. Okay, let us see in our sum what is the situation here. When we will see, we will find that credit side total of revaluation is 28,000 and debit side total is 20,400. That is what that is 7,600 is the difference, right? So it is a credit balance, 7,600 is the difference. That means what? It is a profit on revaluation. Okay, so now this 7,600 supposed to be distributed among the old partners in their old ratio, among all partners in their old ratio, and old ratio was 5:3:2. Okay, so we will distribute this 7,600 in the proportion of 5:3:2. Here it is 7,600 Manju, Prabha and Meena, 5:3:2, 7,600 into 5/10, 7,600 into 3/10, 7,600 into 2/10. The amount comes 3,800, 2,280 and 1,520 respectively. This will be the distribution of profit on revaluation. Let us see how to record in the revaluation account. When we will make total of credit side, it is 28,000 and total of debit side is 20,400. That is why there is difference of 7,600, and this difference is distributed among partners in the ratio of 5:3:2, which is their old ratio. Okay, and what do we write in the particulars column? Two partners current account in bracket profit on revaluation, 3,800, 2,280 and 1,520. These three amount will be credited to partners current account individually in their respective account. I repeat, these three amount 3,800, 2,280 and 1,520 will be credited to partners current account in their respective column. Okay, so these three items at the credit side of partners current account. Let us see how to record. Here it is partners current account, and via revaluation account 3,800, 2,280, 1,520. Okay, so this is also done. Revaluation account is closed. Now we need to close our partner's current account. When we will close our partner's current account, we will see here, we can see in all three there are two items at the credit side and there is nothing at the debit side. Okay, so the total of credit side will be the total of debit side and balance of debit side itself, right? The total of credit side of Manju column is how much? 13800. Prabhas column 22280 and Meena's column 10520. Here the same will be the balance carry forward, the total, because there is nothing at the debit side. So whatever is the total of credit side will be the balance at the debit side. Now as this is the balance at the debit side, that is what it is, a credit balance, and we know, we have learned in final account, credit balance recorded at the liability side of balance sheet. How much balance? 13,800, 2,280, 10520. So this will be recorded at the liability side of balance sheet. Let us see how to record balance sheet and see the second item. Current account Manju 13,800, Prabha 2,280, Meena 10520, outer column 46600. Finally we will close, means we will be making total of balance sheet, and if it get tallied, we can say that we have done it correctly, right? So the total of both the side comes 3,44,500. Okay, so this way we have finished with our sum number 11 of revaluation account. Thank you.